the boat on the land. What? Okay, one more time, Kevin. Yeah, a crane could. I don't think the crane on the boat would have one unless it's specific.
We got a cart, there's one in a blue one. Is it a lot? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think the one on the boat would have a wrecking ball, Kevin. Only because it's to move something, not knock stuff over. But you could attack them. Alright. What is a kind of liquid tanker ships carry? Do they carry lemonade, oil, or juice?
Oil.
Oil. Good. Alright. Now there's more about cruise ships.
Cruise ships carry tourists on vacation. Thousands of tourists may travel on a cruise ship. Cruise ships have rooms called cabins. Cabins are where the tourists sleep. Cruise ships are very big. They have dining rooms, swimming pools, shopping malls, and more. Cruise ships have many decks. Many cruise ships are painted white.
What would you like to do on a cruise ship? Does anything on a cruise ship sound like something you would do?
Well, for a Disney cruise, I would like to spend a night there and see some Disney stage shows like Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, and some other Disney stuff like that.
Okay, so if you went on a Disney cruise, you'd want to do, see the shows or something that they have, the entertainment?
Yep.
Yeah, right there on the top.
What do you?
Don't want to go on a cruise ship.
You want to go on a cruise ship? What would you do on the cruise ship? You'd want to spend the night, so that you have a room there. So the rooms are called cabins. So there is a bed. You sleep on the boat. Does that sound interesting? Okay, yeah, so that's what they do. They travel from different places and you sleep on the boat, and the boat then the next day would like take you somewhere else, or you're traveling while you're sleeping. Okay?
But my dad took me and my mom on the Hustle cruise one summer before school started back.
The Hustle Cruise, what's that?
It was in downtown Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my dad went on one before school started back.
Okay, that's cool. What did you do on that?
We ate dinner and dessert.
Nice. Very nice. Does anyone else know what they would like to do on a cruise ship?
I like to swim if they have big swimming pool on a cruise ship. And if you like to golf, I know they have little putting rooms, not little, but they have putting rooms.
I'm definitely a swimmer. If I was on a boat, I'd either swim there, or like if it was an island, I'd get off and swim there.
I'd like to also get big nachos.
Get some nachos. All you can eat chips and salsa, maybe, Char?
Yeah. They have basketball courts. Oh, they're huge. They're like huge.
Yep.
Industrial ships do important jobs. Industrial ships are sometimes called factory ships. One kind of industrial ship is an oil rig. An oil rig has big machines that pump oil from the ocean floor. Another kind of industrial ship is a fishing vessel. Fishermen use fishing vessels to catch fish. Millions of fishing vessels are used around the world.
Do you guys like to go fishing?
Yes and no.
Yeah,
You do?
my dad,
Yes and no.
we fishing over at Bell Wow.
Okay. You love go fishing, Dee?
We've been fishing at Bell Wow.
Okay. Kevin, what are you saying? Yep, we've gone fishing at Little Pump Park, yep. Yeah, no, we haven't yet because of COVID.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I might wanna go to Pontiac, I might wanna go fishing at Pontiac Park.
So a
I
few years
say
ago,
yes,
we went to, St. Clair Lake Central Park, and we went in a big canoe. We went canoeing on the rivers and the waters of Lake St. Clair out there. Is a canoe like a big ship or a small boat? Big ship. A canoe. Small boat. Smaller boat. This was a large boat. This was a big.
Large for a canoe, but way smaller than a cargo ship or a cruise ship. Oh,
when I said yes and no, I said yes. I did have when I was fishing before back in North.
Yeah.
And it's nice. And no, because it might be too cold when I go out somewhere for go fishing. And it'll be too warm for me to wait for some fishing.
okay. So you don't mind going fishing, but you can't do it for a long time.
No, not for a long time.
Okay, that's fine. And that's part of knowing your preferences. You could fish for a little while, but you couldn't fish like all early in the morning or late at night.
And my uncle might take me to the Bay City River to go fishing.
Okay.
On my mom's side, my Uncle Robert, he might take me to the Bay City River.
Okay. Alright, so now we're going to learn more about naval ships.
Naval ships are used by the military. The biggest naval ship is called an aircraft carrier. An aircraft carrier is a ship that carries airplanes. The airplanes can take off from and land on aircraft carriers down. Other naval ships include cruisers and submarines. These ships may work in oceans around the world. A special ship will launch on April 19th to study the Atlantic Ocean.
So in the picture, we can see an aircraft carrier with got the planes on it. And go down this track and go off and up. So do you guys think you'd rather go on an airplane or a ship?
A plane.
Airplane. Airplane.
So why would you guys rather go on an airplane?
Because I want to when I fly up north.
You just to fly up north? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always fly it to Florida.
Okay, you're used to flying.
I might fly to Texas to see my cousin.
Flying is also faster. The boat doesn't go as fast as a plane. No, boats go faster than that. But planes can go hundreds of miles an hour. What? No. They go fast, but they're not as fast as like a speedboat. But they have a big enough engine to move the whole boat.
I'll Google it. That's it. One time I saw one on Jefferson in Detroit.
Okay. Alright, so what color are many cruise ships painted? Red, white, or green?
Green.
Green. Yes. Green. I got super green, one for white.
Green.
Oh, it's not.
Nice try.
Let's go with
Nice
the white.
try.
White.
You did it right, wait.
Yeah, most cruise ships are painted white. They might have some color on them, but most of them are white.
Jamil, there's not really green over.
What's the difference between what, Kevin? Yeah, so it's 1 nautical mile. Yeah, it's a little different because the water moves. So like all the waves and everything.
Fisherman.
We can look up and see what the exact difference is later though, okay? We'll look up the difference between a nautical mile and a river.
Fisherman.
So who uses fishing vessels? Fishermen, lures, or housekeepers?
Fisherman.
Yeah. Alright, what does an aircraft carrier carry? Trains, airplanes, or snowplows?
Plane.
Airplanes.
Alright, we got a couple of videos to watch, okay? Here's a video. This is about that special ship.
The sea is an awesome and powerful thing. There are vast areas of the ocean that we know literally nothing about. We know more about the surface of the moon than certain parts of our own planet. It's that ignorance that should scare us because the ocean controls the entire climate on our planet. This project is not about the last 400 years, it's about the next 400. It's about the future. The Mayflower Autonomous Ship is inspired by the 400th anniversary of the Mayflower Crossing from Plymouth to Plymouth.
Well, now we're talking a whole other story. There's no humans on board, so we've got a ship that's going to make decisions on its own.
It doesn't have anybody sitting in a control room, pressing buttons or anything like that. I did 33 and a half years in the Navy. I'd never seen anything like that in my life.
There's no guarantee of success for any number of reasons. It's the beginning of something new.
Have we thought of every possible situation they could encounter?
Autonomous vessels like the Mayflower will really obviously collect as much data as possible. What are we going to discover? What does the future hold for this type of research?
The single biggest challenge is the ocean itself. No ship has ever been built that can survive whatever the ocean can throw at it.
Leveraging technology, autonomy, machine learning and AI is going to open up the door to a new era of ocean science.
So they're trying to make the ship prepared to take, to survive anything that the ocean will throw at it. But the ocean, there's a lot of things like storms, icebergs, animals, all sorts of different things that could happen to the boat. So they're trying to make it so it's able to make it through on its own. Okay? Alright, we're gonna learn about cargo ship.
They just want more.
This is the Empire State Building. With 102 floors, it's one of the tallest buildings in the U.S. But it's 4 floors shorter than the MSC Oscar, which isn't a building, but a boat. The largest container ship in the world. Launched in...
So real quick, if you look at that, lacking it. So if you look at the ship,
Launched in January 2015, the MS,
there's a
the
human
largest
right down
container
here.
ship in the world. Launched in January 2015, the MSC Oscar is nearly the size of 4 football fields laid end to end. It has a draft of 16 meters, which means that if you were to stand at the bottom of the ship, you'd be 5 stories underwater. It's one of 5,000 container ships crossing the world's oceans, carrying the vast majority of products we buy and the parts those products were made from. These ships are the engine of the global economy. But 60 years ago, they didn't even exist. How did all this happen? For hundreds of years, shipping was a bit of a nightmare. Goods had to be individually unloaded into storage in ports, then individually packed onto ships and unpacked afterwards. This process was painfully slow and expensive, and it left items vulnerable to damage and theft. In 1956, Malcolm McLean, an American trucking executive, proved that you could save time and money by loading truck containers directly onto ships. On the other side, they'd be put back onto trucks or trains and reach their destination without ever being opened. McLean later got the government on board by using containerized service to help the military provide supplies for the Vietnam War. After the industry recognized how efficient container shipping was, the use of container ships exploded. International standardization was the key. The unit of measurement is TEU, or 20-foot equivalent. Most containers used today are twice as long. Shippers quickly realized that the larger the boat, the cheaper the shipping price per container, so the size of the largest ships has grown exponentially. In 1999, a shipping executive predicted an eventual ceiling of 12,000 feet, but the MSC Oscar has a capacity of over 19,000. To accommodate these huge ships, ports have been rebuilt, with vast yards to store the containers, and huge cranes to load and unload them simultaneously in a specific order. Today's biggest ships are so huge that they can't actually fit through the Panama Canal or dock in any American port. They're mostly used for shipping between Europe and Asia. It's hard to overstate how much all this has transformed the world economy. After containerization, global trade in merchandise soared, while insurance costs and inventories decreased. Jobs at ports and in factories in the U.S. dropped, while consumers gained access to a greater variety of goods at a lower price. As a result, products we buy can be made with parts from several different countries by people on the other side of the world. And it's hard to imagine any of this happening without someone first deciding to put the stuff in a box and put the box on a boat.
It's a party job.
No. So it takes a lot to do the shipping and stuff. Yeah, so the ship that we see like across the lake, that kind of stuff didn't exist, 60 years